everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to AlphaCraft. Starting out up here on top of the mountain, because I'm slowly doing this. Slowly. Oh my gosh. Yes, I need to start getting a whole bunch of ice for an upcoming episode. That is right. And I'm contemplating, should I build my ice farm? I know that we've got some ice farm sales, or not ice farm sales, but I know we've got some ice for sale in town. I'll need to go look and check and see what those prices are. If they're reasonable, I may go ahead and buy that. But I also am thinking about maybe I should build myself my own ice farm as well. Let's see where we got it. I know one of these chests. Where did it go? Maybe over here? Okay, there we go. I was going to say, I know I've got somewhere where I'm saving ice, but I'm definitely going to need a whole lot more than that. Probably a double chest worth of ice blocks will be what I end up needing for what I'm going to need to build. And then we'll definitely need more ice as the future goes. So it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and build myself an ice farm. But I digress. That's not today's episode. No, I'm always starting out with misleading information, so we can't do that. So today, we're going to do a little bit of work on the exterior of the base, and I want to start with this. I went ahead and dyed one of the shulker boxes dark gray. I figured this could be a good box that would carry gray blocks for us. We can use some andesite, we got some stone, some cobblestone, a little bit of mossy cobble in there. Just trying to start getting a little bit more organized so that it's easier to do stuff. You have no idea the chaos that goes on behind the scenes sometimes with me trying to do this stuff and not knowing where all my materials are. It's ludicrous. So I also wanted to come over here, still get that little bit of lag spike. We need to grab us some spruce. I don't know how much, so we're just going to go ahead and grab that. I need another, believe it or not, back to basics. We need a crafting bench, and I have got a bed to go with me. So come on, let's go. So to get the front of the base starting to look nice, one of the first things that we've got to establish is some kind of a road. Now I've been working on some kind of a design for a road. I'm not quite certain how it's going to work in here because we've got these diagonals and we've also got some upward movement going on. And I want it to look nice, and I don't want it to look crowded, but I definitely want there to be a pattern. The other thing is this road has got to go straight here, and then it's got to turn and go that way. Now I'm thinking maybe so that let's see here. I'll just use these logs. I can stack up. So the road going straight. When the road is going straight, that is your view of the front of the base. So the closer we are to the bend in the road actually turning and going straight, the less of this gate you're going to see. I hope that makes sense. So if I make the road go straight to about right in this area and then turn and go to the bridge, which is what's going to go right in that spot right there, that will give you a better chance of seeing the gate as it was originally built and intended to be seen. Now, the other thing is, what that means is this bridge will be diagonal, and then right here in this spot, you'll turn, and then it'll go this way. So I'm not quite certain how that's going to look. What I might need to do is get some dirt blocks and build up a flat area and kind of work out how that bend is going to be. Because I definitely know that previous episodes, if you've watched them, you'll know that we've got this mess going on right here because this is going to help us with our chunk loading. So we've got this area that you want to be able to see. Let's see. If I go back here, I think it's F3A or reload all the chunks. And so, it works. Did they up the chunk distance on the server? I don't know. Or maybe I wasn't far enough away. But I do know that what we figured out is by the time your character gets right here, right in this spot right here, everything's loaded where you can see the build all the way in the tunnel. It doesn't look like a blank empty, and you can see whatever snow peaks we're going to build up there. So having a bridge right here in this spot makes sense. And it'll make sense once I start doing what's going to go on right here as well. But let's move forward a little bit. I'm going to show you the basic pattern and design that I want to use for this road. Let's see here. I need to make, let's do half a stack for now. Let's do that. That'll get us some half slabs. And let's smack you down. And let's go ahead and get our bed set up as well. Oh, Jax is joining. Hello, sir. Not sore. Sir. So let's see here. I want to get polished andesite stairs. I'm also hoping I'm going to have enough stairs. We may have to go digging for a bunch of andesite. But what I want to do is something that's going to look a little bit like this. Let's do 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm not certain if I want to do 3 or 5 wide. It's going to have a look like that. That seems a little too narrow. I want it to be wider than that, but at the same time, I don't want to lose a lot of the dirt that goes in there. I really like the way that looks. Might have to sleep here in just a minute. This is also going to be one of those kind of risky things where if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to dig up a whole bunch of grass blocks and redo a bunch of path blocks going through here. So let's do that. See, that looks a lot better. That wide matches the scale and grandeur of the tunnel and the gate as well. So I might have to do that. So I'm going to try and do that. Oh, he's taking the nap. Thank you. Tell you what we can do. Let's just hop in the bed real quick. That will make the whole time on the server go by much faster. There we go. So yeah. So what I've set my spawn over here, which is great. So we got that going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and set up this road winding up through there, and we'll see if we can get that to work. So I'm going to work on that, try and get that to work, and then I'll bring you back and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And looky here. Oh, the horse doesn't seem to like it. The horse is also blocking the view, so we need to take the horse back. Horsey, come on, you're blocking our view. I thought that would be a nice little thing to do, is to take the horse for a ride. But you, sir, you can't be trusted right now. You get down in here, hop out, and block you off. There you go. All right, so let's try this again, shall we? So I have been experimenting an hour or so off camera, just trying out different path directions and whatnot. It seems like this works. I know it's a little darker, and so maybe it's not as easy to see, but I think this works. I think it works. I'm trying to convince myself that it works. Uh-oh, somebody get themselves a photobomb. So, the road winds a little bit out this way, and then I changed the course of this what's going to be a bridge. I went ahead and made it where instead of it moving a 45 degree, it's every 3 blocks we shift over by 1. And so that's going to change where we go to right here. And then, like I'd said in a few episodes back, I am going to make this road turn, and we're going to go up this hill. Just kind of meander up here a little bit. It's going to go up here to this area, and this area is going to be like a lookout. Like you could stand right here and look and see what everything's going to look like. And I think we're going to move that little diorama to something right over here, so it kind of looks like a picnic area, and we also have a memorial. We're memorializing that event right there. I just have to get up the courage to disassemble all of that and put it back together over here in the exact way that it's set up. The snowman alone, I've already warned Spiderweb Ninja, I may need to consult her to figure out how to move that. I'm trying to figure out why it is that line right there has no snow. That is so strange. I'll need to revisit that mountain soon enough. But yeah, we are going to have this. All this is going to be spawn proof and closed in. I'm not quite certain if I want to extend the birch out or not. I'm not quite certain what I want to do here yet. So I've just kind of got this. Sometimes things are going to be like placeholders, and as we develop and change and add things, we'll develop and change and add things. But let's see here. So let's hit F3A. Okay, we can now see all the stuff that's being drawn. Let's see, did I change my... Nope, not my language. I've got it at 16 chunks. Let's turn it down to 12 and see what happens. So it just starts to add a little bit of a fuzziness to the image. Let's see. Let's put that back up to 16. Let's go ahead and go through the portal and jump back through. I could swear that at one time we had this where as we went through, chunks that weren't loaded for whatever reason were not showing up. So we need to double, triple check this just to make sure. I wonder if... Okay, there it goes. There it goes. That's what I'm talking about. So this, let's see how close can we get to right here. Okay, by the time you get here, it starts to draw, so that does work. I may have to go back and watch the video. I think it was right here is where that starts to show up. And right in here, no, that mountain peak is always there because back here we could still see it, right? I think from right here I could still see that mountain peak, so that works. So right in here is going to be fine, and what I can do, we're going to build a bridge right there. I can just add some trees and stuff right in this area, and that is going to help a little bit. Always with the planning, Peggy, always with the planning. But I went ahead and worked a little bit of this area. Now, right now it's all path blocks. 1, so that we can control spawning. 2, so I don't have to worry about trying to get grass to spread and make sure everything's lit up. And just, you know, yes, underneath is still, it's very dark under here. Oh, that's a mob farm and a half. Let's get out of there. I will need to come back with some torches and light that area up because I don't want to fill it all up with dirt. And that's going to get annoying hearing mobs underneath here all the time. But this is the road. This is the road that goes up into the base. I'll just run this little path. This took a lot of finagling. Like at first I wanted to keep the shape of the dirt that I had, but I had to tone it down a bit because it was so much that it became like an overwhelming visual mess. Like right here is still a little bit busy. Right in here is really, really busy compared to the way maybe that spot right there would be. But that's what I got going on now. I've got this. Now what I think is going to help make this area look a little bit better is over time we need to start coming in with a little bit of color. Maybe some vegetation, maybe some different stuff like that that would be growing in here. I'm not quite certain what I want to do with that. But I tell you what, we are only halfway done with the episode. Yes, we are. All I've done is gotten a road and that little area over there organized. So I'm not quite certain what I want to do next. There's a few different things that I do want to do, but I don't know what I want to do next. So I'll tell you what, we're going to make it a surprise. I am going to go ahead and start working on something. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you're just going to have to stick around and find out. And apparently I'm going to have to find out too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go off camera for a minute. I'm going to figure out what the next thing is I want to do. Go ahead and get that done, and then bring you back and show you what's going on. So I have figured out what I want to do next. And it has something to do with over here. This is the desert that we are allowed to mine out for people who need sand and other blocks. And I'm going to show you the coordinates. We are at negative almost 4,000 by negative 3,600. Quite a distance away. Yes, I ran through the nether. Yes, I did. There's no way that I'm going to try and make that trek. Just completely walking in the overworld or using the awesome elytra that I've gotten. Yeah, we're not going to try and make that trek like that. So I took the nether, most definitely. But the reason why I wanted to come over here is for this. I need sandstone. I got to looking at the next thing I wanted to build and worked on it in a creative world, kind of came up with a design that I wanted to do, and then realized, I need a bunch of sandstone, and I don't have any. We need to go to the mining desert, because the cool thing about a desert is once you take off the layer of sand, there's sandstone underneath, which is just awesome, which is exactly what I need. I'm just kind of having to pick through here. I'm actually glad that whoever came through here left all this stuff. It's making it a little bit easier to get what I need. I have no idea how much I'm going to need. And it's such a long trek over here. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and fill up this shulker box right here. We're just going to go ahead and fill this up with sandstone. And once I get that full, then I'm going to take it back over to the base and start processing it. I'm going to need some what do you call them? Fences. We're going to need fences. I'm going to need some stairs, some half slabs. And there's supposed to be some smooth variants you can make out of this now. I don't know if you smelt them or how you do it. So I'm going to have to do a little research and figure out how you make those as well. But yeah, you can see I've got a very meticulous job ahead of me trying to get all the little blocks of sandstone completely mined out. So I'm going to be busy for a little bit. Oh, never dig down, Piggy. What are you doing? So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to keep gathering up this material, and then we're going to meet back over at the base so that I can show you what was the next half of the project for today, and why in the world does sandstone have to do with it. And here we are, back at the base. And this thing right here needs to go. You can come with me now. Thank you very much. But you can see that I've got the beginnings of something going on right here. I'm half and half on this. I'm not entirely sure I'm liking how it's turning out, but at the same time I am. I'm just going to have to... It's one of those things where, like I said, building in layers. I think what I'm going to have to do is build around it, and then we'll see how it fits as everything goes. I think the thing that's throwing me is the sandstone. Like, I like the way the bridge looks itself, but trying to make sure that these colors tie in with whatever's going to go down here, and that it doesn't completely mess up the view of what's going on right here. But I think it's going to work. I think it will. We'll see. But we can see that I've dug out this area right here. I went ahead and built half of it as kind of a reference so I could see what in the world I'm doing. And then I figured I would come over here and go ahead and build the rest so that y'all could see how I did it. And then if you want to build a bridge like this, you can as well. Kind of like a tutorial almost. I'm doing these little sandstone fences. I figured out to make these smooth blocks, you take regular sandstone and you just cook it in a furnace. So I got some cooking right up there. But I've got, you can see it's like tucked up in there. And this is a detail that more than likely people won't see unless for some reason they come down here, which is highly unlikely, but just in case, we're going to put a dummy block right there because you're not going to be able to see it. So no point in wasting a block up there if we don't need to. We can just put some dirt up there. And I know. For me, a pig, dirt is very important. But it's okay. We can make the sacrifice. Now I do need to put these solid blocks right here because we can still see this. So that gives us that little shape right there. Now the real tricky part was trying to build this and then have it go at a slight angle. And then still hoping to make it look nice. Let's go and put... Nope, Piggy. Going to do the stairs. Middle click the mouse. Oh, we're out of stairs, so we'll come up here. Now here's another thing that's also kind of throwing me that I have to get used to. I'm so used to just crafting stairs right here, which is a big mistake because 6 blocks gives me 4 stairs, but we don't want to do that. We want to use the stone cutter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch what happens when I choose stone. 6 stones, which is just awesome. So I wish you could also use that on wood so that we could make wooden stairs and wooden half slabs and stuff, and that we wouldn't use up so much wood in the process. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'll take it where I can get it. Let's go put these blocks right here, and this is going to complete that pattern right there, and then this goes up 2 more. Let's see. I was going to say, if I can go ahead and get my wall pieces right here now. Okay, so see, that's what I did. So see how the fence, I've got it selected with a crosshair. If I middle mouse select, If you've got that item in your inventory, your character goes ahead and chooses it. Watch. Even, let's take the smooth stone off and put it right here. As long as it's in your inventory, your character's going to select it. I've been playing for years and only, I don't know, maybe in the past year or so realized that was a thing. I knew you could do it in creative for a while, but I never knew you could do it in survival. It was really, really cool. Let's see here. I don't think that I need blocks right there because we're going to seal that up. But we do need those right there because you can see right there on the edge. So it goes 2 blocks and then a stair block and a block, stair. I think that's the same. Okay. Yeah. And then from that block, does that block go straight across? Oh no, we go up to a half slab, don't we? So let's middle mouse that, select that, and we do know that this is going to come all the way across. And oh no. You know, I probably could have used half slabs right there. That would have made the what do you call it? The materials go a little bit further. Dump you in there. Come here, thank you very much. Did manage to get a whole bunch of sandstone, which is just awesome. So let's come back down here. Run. And middle mouse select. There we go. Actually, we want to do the stairs. Solid block. We do want the solid block to come all the way across like that. And then stick out the edge, right? I think every single one of them has... Oh, yeah. That sticks out the edge. Okay, so... Boop. Nope. Place, thank you very much. And then that goes like that. Oh, these need to be 1 block further. So, okay. Did I do this right? Yeah, that one's right. Okay, so that needs to be like that. Raise your hand if you were yelling at Piggy, saying, Piggy, you're doing it wrong, buddy. This is why I don't build on camera as much. Right, let's hop up here. Almost get half of an archway done. So these little middle spots, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that, and then a smooth. Nope. I must be out of smooth stone. See, that's the only real downside is if you don't have the blocks and you go to select it, your character just is like, Let's see here. Let's do 20. 20 sounds good. 20. Oh, that gives me 40. I forgot about that. That'll work. That may be all that we need on this. Okay, so let's go over here. Feels like I'm going warp speed whenever that happens. I think that's something to do with timing with the server, but I'm not quite certain. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. And see, this little middle mouse button trick really speeds up building. Really helps. Let's see. Did this? Okay, that, and then one more at the end. That's what it was. So we cap these off, and when we build right here, we'll do one more. So let's go ahead and do one of these. Let's make sure we have all our materials. I think I do. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's put a temporary block here so we can get this started, because if we were to do this in the order, I'll show you. See how it won't let me place the fence? So we have to be 1 block up to place the fence. So that is going to go across 3. So 1, 2, 3. We'll put the cut sandstone there. I have to jump and try and time this. Yep, I knew it was going to happen. So there's 1. Yep. I'm like, you watch. As soon as I break it, I'm going to fall. So we'll just go ahead and do this underneath. So we've got a stair. Let's see here. Block goes there. And then a slab. Half slab. Cut sandstone, smooth sandstone. There we go. So that goes there. That. Why not? We'll just go ahead and build this since we're here, right? And also, since we're here, let's go ahead and put these little wing decoration things on the side. So that cut sandstone slab, yeah. These are like names that, these are names that I don't know why, they're just not in my brain. Maybe I just haven't used the blocks enough. Maybe it's because Mojang keeps changing the name of stuff. That could be it. Let's see here. And that goes right there. And then, since we're already down here, okay, I do have lanterns, so let's do that. This is going to give us a little bit of light on our build as well. 2, 3. Now, we are building this spawn-proof, but it doesn't hurt that if you have a way to light up your build, to go ahead and light it up. Makes it look natural, makes it look nice, makes it easier to see at night, draws attention, there we go, draws attention to the build from the surroundings. So yeah, let's see, is that, oh, we got the little caps we got to put on top. So 1, 2, 3. And I think that's it for that. Oh, nice, we did. Okay, so we built an arch. Let's go ahead and smack that up right there. And that's the beginnings of the bridge. Let's almost done. Let's run back over here so you can kind of get a glimpse at it. See, I don't know. There's something about it. It seems a little oversimplified. I can't quite put my finger on what it is. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and build this and leave it here for a while. Build up some stuff around it. I don't know if I'm sold. Y'all put down in the comment section below what you think it is that might be going on. Is it just that I haven't built up enough of the landscape around this to make it fit in? Does the style of the bridge just not seem to match what's going on right here? Could it be that these upper segments just need to get knocked down? Do we just need a flat bridge? Is this too much decoration? Is this visually taking away from what's going on out there? That might be what it is. Let's try from here. Let's try from here and do this. See, that right there might be detracting from the view right there. Let's just take a walk since we got all this light. That might be what it is. See, as we get closer through here, you don't get the grandeur. You don't get this awesome view from back here because the bridge is just messing with your view. So that might be what it is. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the underside of this bridge. I'm going to rework this upper segment here just a little bit. I still want some lights on the bridge, but I think I may rework it. And I'm also thinking about reworking this road because it just seems so sharp. Like maybe if we brought it a little more that way. Oh, I didn't light up under there either. But yeah, I'm going to have to keep just finagling with this a little bit. Keep finessing it. Keep trying to see if I can get it to turn out the way I want. So y'all just hold tight. I'm going to do one more edit, do a little bit more work, and then bring you back and show you the final result. And we're back up here in the base. I was doing a run, gathering up some supplies from the tree farm and carrying it back to town. But I figured I would come out here, start at this point. The sun is about to go down, and I don't think I've slept in 3 days, so we might end up with phantoms. So I'll tell you what, might be a good idea if I bring a bed with me, just in case. Come on, travel bed, you come with me. So I'm going to run back over here. I'll probably get a chance to sleep right as we're getting into the tunnel. Although Stina Rosa might sleep. She's on right now. Look at her at 0 deaths still. That's insane. But right here, I haven't done too much with this road yet. I think I want to maybe take that edge off right there because this is a 45-degree angle right here, and that side is not. So it's kind of throwing it a little bit. But I reworked the road. I ignored the texture, or not texture, but I ignored the hills and stuff that I had. I just cut into them. I figured, you know what? Let's not try to mimic what the hill is doing. Let's pretend like the road was cut into the hill. So whatever little segments got left behind, and a few I actually had to add. Okay, there's the night. Let's go ahead and hop in real quick. But a few that I had to add and whatnot and just alter things a little bit. It's no big deal. You know, it's like the... I'm catnapping. It always seems to happen to me, which is so funny because she's got the catnap motel. One of these days, I'm going to have to go over there and catnap. It's funny. But yeah, I figured, you know, we built up this area, we built up this tunnel, but now somebody came through and built a road, and so it's okay to tear everything up and change it. So this is a little bit less busy, as you can see. So it's a little bit easier to navigate. It doesn't feel anywhere near as rough. You know, this is a little bit more like if somebody was actually going to put a path through here. So I think this works. I like how this turned out. And I don't know if you can see in the distance, but it would appear that something changed. I went ahead and tried a different material to see if I could get something different to work for me. And I think that this is going to do just nicely. Now, going over the bridge like this, not too much. You don't notice too much going on. It's not a whole lot to look at, but that's okay because I needed the bridge to, first of all, act as function. I needed for it to help you get from point A to point B, which is the front gate. And I also needed it to be non-obstructive. So that means the bridge was here. There's a little bit of detail and stuff, but it's going to let us look around at what the surroundings look like. It's not going to detract or take away from it. And then I went ahead and I started extending out path blocks and whatnot just to kind of start working this area a little bit. Now, what we're going to do with this area, I did a little experiment here. I wasn't sure if this worked or not. Maybe some of y'all do. Raise your hands if you knew this. If you didn't, hey, you're about to learn something new like old Piggy did. But this area under here, at first I was going to light this whole area up because I'm trying to get away from backfilling everything. Instead, just maybe lighting it up. And then I got to thinking about it. You know what? This is a perfect little spawning area. Let's do an experiment. So I left some spots with grass. And did you know that's... Did you know that Piggy tears everything up? Did you know that spots with grass, they don't spawn bad guys? I had no idea. Or I did and I completely forgot, one or the other. But that's awesome because that is going to give me an option for this front that I didn't realize I was going to have. See, I thought everything was going to have to be path blocks all through here. But not anymore. We're going to be able to decorate with grass and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to path block it up. We're going to path block everything to make sure that everything is spawn proof. And then we'll come back and I will bring in grass blocks and grass, and we'll add in vegetation so that way it's not completely brown everywhere. See how we've got some green going on right there? That adds just a little bit of interest to what's going on. But we're going to want green elsewhere. We're not just going to want green in that one spot. But I'm also babbling, and I'm not really letting you have a good solid look at the bridge. So look. There it is. There's our bridge. It's real simple. Not a whole lot to it. We get some really nice lanterns on the side, which looks really nice at night. And I went ahead and mixed in some of the broken up stone and some of the mossy stone and stuff like that, and just left it on the edges. So we've got like this edge detail trim going on, and then the rest of it is just regular stone. Now right now it's not going to stand out as much because we don't have water underneath it. We can see more stone down here, so it kind of visually detracts from what's going on. But in another episode, we'll come back and we're going to dig out like a riverbed. We're going to have a riverbed running through here. I'm not quite certain where I want the river to go or how it's going to end. I'm also not quite certain how high I want the water level to be, but we will work all those details out in time. Never you mind. But I went ahead and just figured I would go ahead and do this real quick because it felt like we're running out of time with the episode. I try to keep these between 20 to 30 minutes long just so that they're easier to watch. And the thing is, this is something I never thought of. Somebody told me about this, and maybe you've never thought about it. But if you've been watching this series from the beginning, no big deal. A new episode comes out, you just watch the next one. But say you're kind of late to watching the series. And you see that maybe I'm putting out like episode, 22, like this one. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, 22 videos, 20 minutes long each. That's not too bad. Maybe I could watch all of those and get caught up. But if you saw 22 videos and they're like 50 minutes long each, you might be like, oh, that's a little overwhelming. I don't know if I like this channel enough to commit to binge watching 22 episodes and 22 hours. Oh my gosh, just to get caught up. So, yeah, that's my little those are the things that YouTubers have to think about, that maybe if you're not doing content or creation and stuff like that, you don't really think about those things. But we have to think about those things when we make videos. And there is that awesome skyscraper, still slowly getting worked on and getting built. They got so much stuff in that area, it's crazy. One of these days, I will go over and check out their big city on camera. Yes, I will. But yeah, I think I've pushed the time on this video definitely past the 30-minute mark. So I'm just going to have to call it from here. We're going to have this bridge set up, a nice little road set up, which is awesome. So we've got some front gate progress going on. But if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button. If you want to see more of these as I release them, you're not already subscribed, you want to be subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you like notification bells, YouTube's got a notification bell for you somewhere down there. You can just click on it and see what happens. It's a guessing game. You ring the bell and then you sit around and you wait and see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and gather up my supplies and get myself ready for next episode, which I don't even know what I want. I got a list of things to choose from. I have to sit down and look at them and decide what's the next thing on the list that needs to be done. I've got some collabs I want to do with people on the server, and then I've got some stuff that we need to get done because I want the front of this base to be finished. I want to be able to stamp something and say, this is done. This project is completed. And I also want it to be when people come to the base, it's a nice spawn-proof, beautiful area that they can come in, feel welcome, and they can check out the base. And then we can start getting to working on this area and all the things that are going to be going on in here. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for, sticking around to the very end of the video, listen to old Piggy ramble, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you again in the next episode of AlphaCraft.